Hi everyone, Tori here for another day in the 100 Days of Less Hustle, More Jesus devotional. So if you've seen the other ones, I did day 1 and I did day 2, and today we're working on day 3, which is about having an authentic life. So like usual, I'm going to spend some time alone with the Lord and just processing what this day is all about. And then I will come back and create the page with you guys. So I don't have a plan yet for what I'm going to do because I don't know what it's about, but I'm going to just spend some time reading it and thinking about it, and I'll be back soon. Okay, friends. So I read through this passage and I find it really interesting that 2 Corinthians 12:9 is repeated. I don't know if you noticed this, but that same verse was also on day 2. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I actually think it's a good thing because I feel like God put it there twice for us because he really wanted us to pay attention. And I mean, God through Shanna, because Shanna wrote it. But I don't know if maybe she wrote these in order or if she wrote them out of order and then put them into an order. I don't really care. I love that that verse is there twice. And I've been thinking about this phrase lately, and I grabbed some supplies here. I've been thinking about this phrase like over and over again. And I just feel like my life is so messy right now. And like, all I can say is like, I am a mess. I am a mess. Like, I am so a mess. And today I felt like God was saying to me, like when I was hearing that, like, I am a mess, my life is a mess, my brain is a mess, that God was saying, like, that's okay. And I feel like that kind of goes along with this whole, like, idea of an authentic life. Like, sometimes what we see on social media is perfection, and sometimes what we see on the surface, like these paint by numbers, is like, oh, this like gorgeous design and it looks beautiful and it looks pristine, but like when you get underneath, it's like a mess. And like, that is okay. Like, it's okay to be authentically a mess, because like, following Jesus requires that we not be perfect, but that rather we trust him with our weakness and he will guide us. And that it's okay for us to show other people our messes. So anyways, I saw these 2 paint by number die cuts that came in the Maggie Holmes ephemera paper, crepe paper, Maggie Holmes crepe paper ephemera pack from the Flourish collection. And I kind of thought about how paint by numbers like can look so beautiful like when it's all done, but like it kind of is really messy when you like look at it when it's first created. I don't know if you've ever done paint by numbers, but it's like a bunch of numbers in this like messy, crazy design. Like, this is for example, this is a paint by numbers. And it looks messy. It doesn't look like anything beautiful. It's a disaster. But somehow God turns like this into this like beautiful design. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like the same kind of design. So he turns our mess into something beautiful. And when we look beautiful on the outside, it doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a mess. Anyways, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I kind of wanted to make like this revealing, not revealing, but kind of like a reveal idea where like this would flip up with a message, that would flip up with a message, and then this would flip down and there would be a message underneath. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna start by taping, using some washi tape just to get that design tape down. And it'll either work or it won't. Well, obviously that's like everything, right? But, so I'm thinking if I put one piece of washi tape on one side, and actually I put one piece of washi tape on the other side. Actually, I'm thinking I want it to be like perfectly lined up. Then I can create this like flap design. Flip outs, flip ups, flip downs, whatevers. So it's not going to be perfect like everything I do. As in like nothing I do is perfect. I'm not saying that what I do is perfect. I'm saying like nothing I do is perfect. So it's not going to be perfect like everything I accomplish. So let's see. So if I do that, I have this like one flip out, and there can be a message there. And then I want this one to go on top. I basically want to cover this messy design. Like I want it to be revealed at the end. But I'm okay if you can see some of the washi tape because that's just going to be part of the design. So I'm thinking here. And this can have the washi tape along the side there. By the way, this washi tape came from Felicity Jane. I don't know if it's available yet. I mean, yet anymore. If it is, I will leave a link below. So I want to make sure that it's completely covered at the bottom here. And then I will use a piece of the same washi tape for the inside. Basically, I'm just like half overlapping it. Like you can see like half of the washi tape's on the card, half of it's off. And then I'm just going to trim off the excess on the sides. You could potentially leave that, like you could have it hang over. That's a different design. It's not really what I'm going for, but you could definitely do that. Okay, I love it. So you've got the flip out there, this would flip down, and then I have one more, this card, which I'm gonna put at the top. I kind of like how that floral design peeks out from under and how you've got a little bit of the tag at the top. It just creates this really pretty layering look. And the point is that as you go, it would reveal the message that is underneath, which is, I'm a mess. And that is a-okay. I don't know how many people can like sympathize with the whole like I feel like a mess thing, but I think a lot of us can, because life is not perfect. Like it's just not. And even when you try to be perfect, like even when you're doing your very best to come off like the very best that you can, you're never gonna be perfect. And you can strive for that, but it's just not reality. And personally, I think if you think that your life is perfect, you're probably fooling yourself. And you're probably hurting, or there's something going on in life that's not perfect. And even if it's perfect in your life right now, there's other parts of other people's lives in the world that are not perfect. So from my perspective, that means that nothing's ever going to be perfect. And I think sometimes like social media gives us this like view that everything is, because we only see the good, right? Like people don't post their ugly, dirty kitchens or their messy rooms or whatever on social media. Like that's not, I mean, some people do, but that's not really what the majority of social media has on it. It has the best parts of our lives. Like there's a huge mess on this side of my desk and you can't even see it because you're just seeing like this little pretty part right here. Anyways, there you go. I've got these tabs. They'll flip over, flip out, and then you'll have the message underneath. And honestly, you could put these like any order, but I want the mess one to go on the bottom. So I'm thinking it will be like when it all looks perfect. Maybe like on the top I'll put when it all looks perfect. You have to look below the surface because life's a mess and that's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I grabbed different letters because I have these Illustrated Faith Basics one, which I love, and these December Daily Kelly Perky ones. I wanted to use these ones for like the big messages, and then I'll use the other ones to fill in. So this is where I'm gonna put, and that's okay. And that's okay. And then on this one, when you open it, it'll say, life is a mess. So I'm thinking I'll do mess with this, M-E-S-S. I've started packing up some of my stuff to go to Africa, including some of my scrapbooking supplies and tools. Normally, I think I would pull out my tweezers for this task and make it easier to lay the letters where I want them. But I'm not really sure where they are because my life is a mess. Okay, so life is a mess and that's okay. And then I think I was gonna put like, when everything seems perfect, look within. Or maybe I put when everything seems perfect here. I think I'm gonna do the word look. Okay, so there you have, look a bit deeper, life is a mess, and that's okay. So then on top of this, I need something that says something to the effect of, when life looks perfect. So I could add a label. I think there are some labels in this die cut set. Or I could search through some stuff in my room and look. A label would make my life easier though. It's not gonna work. Is that the right color? I have this peach one, which kind of matches that. Or we could go with this one. It's kind of nice. I think I'll go with this one. So when everything looks perfect, look a bit deeper. Life is a mess, and that's okay. So I've got that label. Kind of thinking I want to staple it on. I'm going to put a staple through to the back. I think that's okay. I did add a little staple, but I'm okay with it. When life looks perfect, look a bit deeper. Life is a mess, and that's okay. And then I'll add the date. June 3rd. And I think we'll put the date right along the top here. Perfect. Or not. And that's okay. And I'm just gonna set it because that ink is super wet. Little message. I'm thinking on here I might just write a quick note. I'm gonna say like, and that's okay. Because His grace, this is coming from this passage over here that I love, is all we need for His power is made perfect in our weakness. Because basically, when we aren't able to do everything, but He is, it shows that He's stronger and bigger and better than we are. So there you have it, June 3rd. It's more of a simple one. I hope that you guys don't mind that, but some of these videos will be simpler than others, just because it's whatever I'm feeling that day and whatever I feel like God is saying to me that I want to share. So there you have it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll share some photos. I'm gonna be posting photos on my Instagram, I think, every day. So if you want to head over to Instagram, I'll leave a link below and you can come follow me and check out the close-up photos there. Thanks for joining me for the 100 days of less hustle and more Jesus, and I hope that you enjoyed spending a little more time with Jesus today, and that hopefully you were able to take something away. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and let me know your thoughts on today's page if you enjoyed it or not. You can say that too. Anyways, I'll see you when we work on choosing to bless for day 4. Bye.